So people are always wondering or asking me how men react when they first um, see that a woman wears a hair or find out she's wearing hair. And since you were, you're a man, and I thought it would be awesome to talk about your first impression or how you felt or thought when you saw I was wearing hair for the first time.
Okay. Well, we met about 6 months ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more, maybe 8 months ago. Uh, my sister's birthday weekend in
Mm-hmm.
Palm Springs. Yeah. It was funny because I was very surprised when you took off your hair. I was like, whoa, no way. Where's hair? But I didn't,
Was
just
it
the way.
was it jarring for you? Were you like, oh my, like?
No, it was more like I was just, I was like, oh, I didn't know, you know. I think it has to do maybe with the way you carry yourself. Yeah, like it wasn't.
Because I make it since I make it like it's not a big deal. It's no big deal for you.
Yeah, like you had it on and then you had it off, and I was like, oh, she has it off. That's cool. Like, hey, kind of a big deal, Like, wish I could like just change my hair color like this, or um, but yeah, there was it was very like cool because it was like you were more confident than most people are with hair that don't wear hair. You know,
Thank you, by the way. That's awesome. So like, what do you think? Like, um, how would you feel like if you met a woman? And I know you're know that you're talking to someone with hair loss, and I wear wigs, but let's pull yourself out of that for a second. Try. How would you feel if you met a woman in a bar? You're talking, and she either A, told you on that night, or after a few dates, let's say she wanted to get to know you first, and then she sprung it on you, or she's like me, and I just tell everybody, that comes to give me water that I'm wearing here. But let's say like she just brought it up to you and said, by the way, I want you to know, and this isn't my hair, I'm wearing a wig. How would you feel about it? Would you be freaked out? Would you be like, what's going on under there? Would you run for the hills? Like, what do you think you would?
yeah, I would just drop everything and
Like
oh
you
no way.
leave.
No. Um, all right. So if they told me, I guess the way you like doing it now, just being like, oh, you like my hair, huh? Whoa. uh, I think in really depends on the situation, right? So if she's, you know, I feel like when anybody owns something, it's super attractive, super sexy,
Right. So,
regardless of if you have hair, if you don't have hair. Um, I would I would understand that you might not tell me on the first date or on a you know maybe several subsequent dates until we achieve this like a level of intimacy
mhm.
where you feel safe enough to be open about it. But yeah, I mean, I would be disappointed if I was in a relationship and I didn't know.
Like,
Like
for
like I'd been tricked the whole time.
yeah, that it was
That
kept
would
away
mhm,
instead of just being like forthright about it.
yeah. Like I would be disappointed that I didn't like they didn't whoever was going out with didn't feel confident enough to share it with me.
And
Like that would be like a lack of trust in me. That's how I mean myself.
I mean, if I was dating you and I wasn't wearing a wig, but I'm dating you, and I started losing my hair, you would want me to come to you. You'd want me to confide in you. You'd feel like you'd want that,
Yeah.
not like keep it back or try to.
No. 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 Of
You'd want to be a part of it.
course.
Yeah.
Of course. Anytime you try to hide something, I feel like
Do you think that it would make me
it
though?
would just like I understand that it's like a big insecure like we would call it like if I'm thinking if I started losing my hair like if I started balding like right in the front I got that like Paul Giamatti type of balding thing. It's like, oh man. But in my case, it'd be kind of harder to uh, hide it. I guess I feel.
Mhm.
Um, I would feel very insecure. I understand. I get that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's definitely important. I feel like Then going back to, if you own up to it, like if you own it, you know, you
Right.
just accept it. That's like even sexier. More,
So you'd be, it's fine. I mean, you're cool. My head's shaved. I wear wigs. I don't wear wigs. My head's shaved. Or I'm doing, you're like,
if I'm
basically,
attracted, like if I find you attractive, I will find you attractive without hair also.
I believe that to be true. I mean, I believe
So
that's true across the board for men and women, all of that. I don't know that everybody gets that, and that's why I like hearing it. I like people to hear it because I
mhm.
believe when you own it, whatever it is,
And I
you
forget you
know,
wear hair all the time.
until I
I
throw it
see
on the
you
floor.
all the time, and then you take it off. It's like, oh, that's right, she's wearing hair. Um, but yeah,
That's
I forget
awesome.
about it all the time.
That's
And then you
awesome.
can have different hairstyles, which is actually cool. You can just like
I
off and
win.
on and off. Yeah.
So let's see. There's another question. Ooh, I know. What if okay, so would you be concerned at all about in the early stages of a relationship how this would affect your intimacy though if you were with someone wearing hair?
You
Because
mean
let's speak in
like
practical nature here. Let's be frank. Like I mean, like I'd be like, shh, like is the hair gonna come off? Or you'd be like.
oh, you'd have to take it off. You'd have to take it off and be like, hey, this is time like
It's time to own it.
yeah.
That thing on the floor.
And that'd be even more like 1 second, I'm gonna take this hair off. Yeah.
I actually think that's how it should be. Although you can have sex with a wig and all that stuff, I think it should be that way. I think you should be able to feel comfortable either way and be able to be, it's on or it's off.
I feel like the moment you get intimate, that's the moment you can be like, well, now there's no more, like appearances.
Hmm.
Like I can walk around and suck in my stomach and be like all buff, but then like when I take off my shirt or whatever, it might not look like that. So likewise, right? It's
I think.
like people that wear bodysuits. Like if you're wearing one of those, oh, no, you know what I'm
The
talking
ones that
about?
like
Those
make you like all skinny.
yeah, those like yeah,
The Spanx, or are they called Spanx? Or
yeah.
Spanx. Yeah.
The
Spanx.
minute you get intimate, you're gonna take off the Spanx.
And it's like boom.
Yeah.
It's like.
And if that's a deal breaker, then that's not somebody you want to be with anyway.
I think that is spot on. I think that if that's a deal breaker, that is not someone you want to be with. I've always told women that when I'm concerned about it, that if I was in the dating game right now, I would consider this a weeding process.
Mhm.
Like, if I meet you in a bar, I meet you wherever, and I tell you that I'm losing my hair or I'm wearing a wig, and you're like, oh my God, like, boom, done. Okay, you're out. Like, I mean, let's get this out right now so that we don't have to deal with this like 6 months from now when I'm dealing with something else, not hair loss. And I realize that you're really don't have the foundation of, I guess, maybe heart and soul of the person I would be looking for.
Mhm.
Because that person would have stayed at the bar talking to me. So if
Yeah.
you bolted, you just saved me like 6 months of my life.
Right. Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
just
women are beautiful.
It's part of the vetting process.
Yeah. And I think for me personally, like to compare like the man standpoint, usually the man point of view is that is my point of view. The man is like useful, right? But it's not really beautiful. Women's beautiful. So even if they don't have hair, it's still beautiful.
That's pretty incredible.
On that note.
On that note, Alex is just going to write his number on the video.
Call me. I'm single.